All right, good afternoon, everybody. This is Cutlass Candi, and I am opening up Candy's treasure chest with another great interview, and I am so excited. You know, today I have a really special guest. I have Captain Skar from the Pirate Store in St. Augustine, Florida, and I've got Skar jumping in here on this split screen, and I want to welcome Scott Erkelines, actually, from St. Augustine. Scott, welcome aboard the pirate ship, the Mercy.
Cutlass Candi, we're glad to be aboard with you, and good to see you again. It's good to see you in good health and surviving the pandemic plague we had.
Yes, aye, mate.
A little rum might help out with that, right?
Well, that is water. You know, I don't drink. I'm your only pirate that doesn't drink.
Well, that's all right. I'll drink the rum for you, love.
Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you, my love. Hey, let's get this thing started. You know, we didn't really rehearse this at all just because we said the other day that we could just go back and forth quite a bit just because, well, we're one spirit, so that's a good thing. Hey, talk to me about the store. I know I found you online when I was looking to grab some really great pirate garb. I wanted to have the most beautiful outfits available. And of course, living on Amelia Island and being right there in the center of the different pirate clubs, and have come over from Tampa as well. And we know there's so many wonderful people that love the pirate style life. So, you know, getting into your store and connecting with you, you did such a great job with helping me out. And I really, that friendship has developed over the last few years. So start with us and just kind of tell us about the store as far as how you got started in it. I know you have a really long history of sailing, and I wanted to bring that up, and maybe you can start there and just kind of flow into how that sailing and pirate lifestyle all kind of went together to create business for you.
Well, I tell you, Candy, I mean, as a child, I think we've all seen the movie Treasure Island and all wished, you know, from that point on that we were pirates in life. Luckily, I've been very fortunate in my life to be able to sail for most of it. I started out as a very wee lad at 9 years old, helping my dad build a 21-foot wooden Omega sloop out of cedar. And we sailed that many years with Egyptian cotton sails, the center dagger board, beautiful, beautiful ship. But and I just fell in love with sailing and just the entire pirate lifestyle. And of course, coming here to St. Augustine.
From California? Weren't you from California?
Well, at the time we were living in Washington, D.C., but we did move to California, and we sailed on the San Francisco Bay. Many a rough weather days, let me tell you.
Wow.
I had an Islander 28, beautiful ship there, and kind of, as they say, cracked my bones there as they went. So, anyhow, the sailing, I've always been a sailor, and of course right now I've got the schooner Revenge, which I'm rebuilding,
Beautiful.
which is really a matter of passion, but we'll get back to that. Yeah. As far as the pirate store, living here in St. Augustine, being the oldest city in the United States, we've got a lot of history, a lot of amazing history that being pillaged and plundered by Cyril and sacked by Drake. We've got some good pirate history, and I've owned businesses here in St. Augustine for about 20 years now.
Well, so, and you're right in the center. You're right in the center, all of it, right there with the fort too, right?
Absolutely, we've got the fort there, and they built the fort because we were pillaged and burnt to the ground by fire.
Right.
And of course, the Spanish, the English, and so forth. But I met a couple of good friends that were in pirate, and I started the pirate business. Just being intrigued by pirates, being fascinated by the entire. And it started, of course, you know, when we had some of the Pirates of the Pirates of the Caribbean come out. There was a couple of crews here in St. Augustine, and so I started initially with more of the retail store, sort of the end of it. But quickly turned into started to create garb, really interested in the styles of the period, and how those got created and who created them. And soon enough, we got some fantastic, amazing, and just special people that work here with the pirate store. Several craftsmen over the years, but currently we just have some of the best in the business. And we are currently making it's just some beautiful, amazing, authentic pirate gear. The jacket I'm wearing right now actually is Deadshot Debbie. She's part of the crew here and part of the pirate crew 13. But just sold this, and I'm wearing it as as kind of an example here of some.
Well, you look dashing. You're the hottest thing on dry land and on sea.
This is actually inspired by Black Sails. This was the Flint jacket. Yes. Inspired, I say, because we did our own take on it. It's too hot to do full leather work here, so we just did leather accoutrements, some of the gimping and so forth. But again, we have an amazing seamstress, Cutthroat Kathy, who does our ball gowns, which has been just featured in Pirate Nation magazine, the International Pirate Nation magazine, the Echo de Mer, and we've got several articles about the pirate store as well in there. And then, of course, we do our leather work in-house, but also have Dreadmore Plunder, who is an amazing craftsman and has been for years, one of the original pirates. Of course, we have our own in-house people, Vicky and Kim, who do amazing hats, leather work. Of course, Vicky does her own brand of jewelry, which is just amazing. And the pricing is just incredibly low compared to the hours and hours she spends doing it.
Well, you know, when I was in there, you know, what was great about coming into your store, which is one of the things I really love about it, you know, you shut the door. You literally shut the door and you bring your ladies down and we take things off of the racks to start with. And really, you know, you bustle all of us girls up and really find the thing that's going to look just absolutely perfect for our figures and the coloring and everything. You end up, which I thought was lovely, you were able to offer everything from the tops to the skirts to the sashes. You created headbands for me, and then the ball gown that you made for me, that burgundy and black, was absolutely stunning. Stunning. And then created a hat to go with it, which I've yet to wear to the ball. So we've got to get me to the ball.
Absolutely, and absolutely, and save that first dance for me for sure.
Oh, I will.
You know, being here at the pirate store, it is my passion that, you know, each person that comes in that truly wants to become a pirate and wants to either join a crew or just as fun, social, and there's many different facets of being a pirate. But a lot of it's just, you know, first of all, social, having a great time with mind-like people that enjoy the pirate lifestyle and or joining a crew. But the bottom line is when somebody comes in the store, I take it personal that I want them to walk out saying, wow, this is fantastic. I truly have found my pirate persona, and I'll do whatever I can to make that happen for you, whether it's us custom making a piece of garb. But when I say, you know, when I close the door, I really want to spend the time with you so that we can try on pieces. We can do, you know, we try on different courses, different colors, different fashions, whether it's a high-low skirt or a drop skirt or a ruffled back skirt or a bustle skirt, whether, you know, you want a white blouse, red blouse, you know, there's so many different things that, you know, so we kind of got to fit and find that perfect blend of who you are and the saucy kind of pirate you want to be. Yes. Now, when it comes to the men, of course, you know, you can be a rogue, you could be a captain, you can be the fancy hook, and you can go all down to the swabby. So there's so many different facets, and I really love, and I guess it is my passion, and all my crew's passion, is to really find that perfect pirate persona for each one of our clients. And I say clients, I mean friends, because like you and I, we've known each other for years now. And once you're a client at the pirate store, you're a long friend. And you've always got, you know, I have so many people who come back year after year after year. And it's not just to shop at the store, but just to sit and enjoy each other and find out what have we been doing, what festivals we've been going to, you know, who you saw the last festival, who was anointed king and queen, all the fun stuff that pirate life includes. And I mean, you
Just having
yourself,
a
the
nice
first
sandwich.
pirate,
Just having a nice
exactly.
sandwich over at the, what is it, A1A or
Yeah,
the cross? Yeah.
exactly. I think it was the Columbia we went to.
Yes, yes. What a lovely place. What a
White
lovely place.
sangria, beautiful.
Oh,
Absolutely. I remember
beautiful.
that day well. That was a fun time. We really got to know each other, which I think was a grand time. And really, that's part of it too, is just finding the person so that you can fit the pirate to the person. You know what I mean? Find that perfect just ensemble that makes them who they want to be.
Well, and what's interesting too is that, you start small and it grows. The next thing you know, you have this fantastic leather. Oh, my belt that you made for me is incredible. And I've got like a cutlass on this side and a tankard holder on this, and, my little garb bag. I mean, you just have all these things, and you've made adjustments to that thing over the years to be able to add less holes, more holes, add something else. And then, you can actually turn around and create an item and change it and add things to it to really make it a completely different item as well.
Well, the
So,
nice thing, absolutely, Candy. And the nice thing is that this is done on site. So a lot of times they'll have people come in and they'll have a garb malfunction, or they'll need an extra hole in their belt, like you said. And we've got an entire section here that's just for leather working. So inside, on site, in the store, we sit there and custom make stuff for people all the time. I've done baldricks, belts, bottle holders, flask holders, you name it. I mean, I did a hair wrap for a guy last weekend.
oh wow.
Came in
And
and just couldn't find the perfect style. So, that's that was one of the fun things that we get to do here at the store, is actually custom make on the spot in real time, right there for the customer, which is, I think, what really helps separate us from anybody else. And I don't think there is really anybody else that does what we do, for sure.
and
So,
that the great thing is if you come to St. Augustine and you're staying downtown, look, hold that sleeve up, please. Hold that
ah,
sleeve. That is incredible. I mean, Black Sails, of course, is my favorite series, and everybody's always saying, Candy, you're Eleanor Guthrie, but I did like Flint. I liked Vane and Flint, and I like that jacket. Oh my God, it's stunning.
well, I'll tell you what, things go very quickly here. And literally, the jacket was in the store for 2 hours and it sold. I have
Wow.
clients that literally call me daily to find out what's happening, what's new, because they want the most current, most incredible thing we have to offer.
Yeah.
I have an incredible waistcoat, blouse, and skirt manufacturer. We deal with Steel Pirate Clothing. Alan Isaacs, who's a great friend of mine, former captain of the ACP, and he does all the
Could
fine.
you go back and repeat that because it was a little fast and I missed it? Who
Okay,
is
so the fellow and great friend of mine is Alan Isaacs,
Alan
and
Isaac?
he does all of my waistcoats, my waistcoats,
Yes.
vests. He does our blouses. He does some of our skirts as well, and just an amazing craftsman in his own right. We've been doing this for years together and collaborated on so many different new styles that have really opened up a lot for people out there that want to be a pirate, because you don't want anybody to look alike. That's one of
No.
my big things. I want to do one of a kinds. I want to do one-offs. I don't want people to walk in and out where it's just the same thing over and over and over again. I want it to be fresh. I want it to be something that's going to be period, but it's going to look fantastic on them, and they're not going to walk around and see that on every other pirate. So let me just take a quick. We're gonna take a quick.
Let's look at the store. Take us through and be very
Yeah.
slow.
So all right. So well, here's some of our. There's gunpowder horn, some of our Damascus steel that we have. Of course, some of the weaponry that we
Oh, there's some of
have.
your pistols that I have quite a few of.
Yes. And the great thing about the pistols is not only do we sell the replicas, which are fantastic, they're great made, they're wood with metal, they're not the cheap, crappy one. This is made in Spain, so they last, they're not going to fall apart. And we also sell actual live fire black powder. So if you want to do reenactments, you can do it. So, if you come in and you want to start with a $60, replica gun and a $90 or $100 sword, you can do that, and it's a great piece that will last a long time. But then, of course, we all know that pirating is addiction. And of course, once you start, you're going to go to better and better and better. And you wind up doing pieces by like Will Smitty King, King's Forge, who makes some of the stuff that we have. Beautiful, I mean, amazing work. Of course, our Damascus steel knives here. And then, of course, we wind up with real live fire, flintlocks, blunderbusses, muskets, and so forth. So you can go anywhere from a $60 hand piece flintlock that's a replica to a $1,000 English Dragoon live fire black powder flintlock. So lots of different styles for weapons, lots of different options for people, whether they're just starting or whether you're a true tried reenactor believer and you've been doing it for years. So we want to have something for everybody, except for the really bad, like Party City Pirate stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's take a look at real quick, just the store. Now, these are some of the waistcoats that Alan Isaacs makes. Now, you notice these all have pockets. They all have the adjustable backs right there. We have several styles, whether it's a fancy captain style or whether it's down to a gunner or a swabby. There's all sorts of different. We have the ones that are short vests, long vests, and all of our waistcoats have inside pockets. I'm blocking the thing here. And I know, as a pirate, that means everything. Having an inside pocket.
Oh, yeah.
You are always looking to carry. So when I reach in my pocket here, oh, there's my wallet, Yeah. This vest here I've had for years, literally. And this is a waistcoat, I say. And it's just great quality, something that that when you buy it from us, it's going to last you for the rest of your life. And if you lose a button, bring it back to me. We'll put a new button on. If if for some reason you get a tear, a rip, whatever, I'm always willing to take care of my product. Absolutely. So we stand by everything 100%. We have high quality of craftsmen, just amazing, creative craftsmen, just incredible people, which is really what makes the store when it comes down to it. So these are some of the
oh my, slow down.
So these are some of the cockades and the hat pins that we make, and then Merrill makes for me. Merrill's one of my craftsmen. Kim and Vicky both make some of these for the hats. These are some of the custom hats that we make here in-house. Look at this beautifully embroidered heavy brocade.
Oh, look at that. Oh, it's stunning.
This was done by Vicky. Oh, I'm sorry, that was done by Kim. I get everybody confused all the time. And of course, we have Tina Treasure Tricorns, who does an amazing job as well. She does most of our just beautiful, fancy women's stuff. Again, I'm sold out of everything she's got, and I'm waiting for a new shipment. So we sell a lot of her stuff. So now here's some guys' hats. Here's some guys' tricorns. So this is our basic tricorn. This is a pretty much, reenactment with a little bit of embellishment so that it's not too fancy, but, and we do different type of gimping, different type of roping. So you can pick whatever color you want. And then you can also pick the color and the style of the feather accoutrement that we have. And also the hat pin as well. So we have a craftsman that makes the hat pins. Beautiful, amazing, House of Avalon.
Show that hat pin, Scott, because you didn't pick that up on the video. Go over. You're not getting the pin. There we go. There's the pin. There you go. There you go.
So that's the mermaid.
Yes.
And then of course here's a leather hat that we carry, a beautiful leather hat. These are only $149, which is a fantastic price for a handmade all leather hat. You don't see that anywhere. And of course we have some kids stuff. And of course, bunches of satchels for, your handbags and so forth. Here's some of our leathers. And of course, there's clothing everywhere. I mean, everywhere you look, clothing. So if you're looking for a color in a skirt, I think that we've got a few.
What a treasure chest full of beauties.
Yeah. And of course, corsets everywhere, jackets. And then these are actually kind of a cute little thing. These are
Slow
little
down right
treasure
in there.
bottles. What's that?
Slow down right there.
So can you see it?
Uh-huh. What are they?
So
They're little.
these are treasure bottles that
They are
get
treasure
them,
bottles. How
and
cute.
they have little sayings in them with little treasure and sand from the beach. And my friend
Oh,
Sam,
what a
Samantha
great
makes
gift
these.
idea.
Absolutely. And each one of them has a different saying. Let's see. This one says, "Who says that my dreams have to stay just my dreams?" How
Oh,
special is
I
that?
love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
So lots of handmade goodies for everybody that, and of course, rings, rings, rings,
More rings
rings.
because we pirates like rings, don't we, Scar?
We definitely do. As you see, I have a few myself. And
Yes.
this is of course,
Matter of fact, I'm looking for a ring for a special Frenchman. Do you have a
I happen to
compass?
know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah. Do you have a compass rose ring? I'm looking for a one with a compass rose.
Actually, I do. And as soon as we get done with this, I will track it down. But I do
Okay.
believe it's something right there.
Dave,
So we'll talk
hold
about
it
that.
close to the camera. Hold it close.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that afterwards. So,
Okay. All right.
but if we don't have anything that suits you, our girl Vicky here will hand make you
Oh,
anything of these. These are all handmade jewelry that she does here in house.
oh, lovely.
So I mean, just some beautiful stuff. So, I mean, it really is about when it comes down to it. Let's see, what am I looking at? Oh, there we go. It's my darn
There
hook.
you go. You're back in business.
It's me hook. Um, it really does come down to the fact that it really is all about the craftsman here. We have amazing, wonderful people. I do a little bit of the leather work myself. Of course, I'm the person that's the go-to that's going to help you with the how to put your dream together as being a pirate. That's really my big thing. I love seeing people. I've probably put together 1,000 pirates over the years, and whether you're going into a pirate crew, which there's a lot of crews here and a lot of crews around Florida, which is a fantastic idea because pirate crews, a lot of them are nonprofits, like the crew I'm in, the crew of 13. Is a fantastic crew, nonprofit. We've given thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. It's a great social atmosphere. And then we have several crews here in St. Augustine. We all support each other through the Accord. We've got the Ancient City Privateers, the Matanzas Bay Buccaneers, Swashbucklers, and of course the Brethren of Space Coast. We've got a crew of 13. Our
R.
crew of 13.
Yes. Yes, I love it.
But yeah, it is a great lifestyle, and I'm just blessed to be part of it. I'm blessed to have a piece of it and to be able to help people get into it and enjoy the life that we enjoy, that you and I know that we enjoy so much through friendship, camaraderie.
It's keeping the code, it's right in here. It's
It
a
really is.
life.
It's in the heart. It's in
It
the heart.
is. A lot of people don't understand it. It's really interesting. Coming into Pawleys Island and being new to the community, I think that there are a lot of people are very leery of who is Cutlass Candi and, what is this pirate thing? And, I think that as you get into the community and you let people know that, we are here to better this place. And it's truly not, we are not living in Nassau. And
No, we're not pillaging, plundering, lynching, and drinking. Actually,
yeah,
it's just the opposite. It's more of the giving back to community. I mean, there's
yes,
nothing better than walking through a hospital ward and seeing the children's faces light up
yes,
as you go and you meet them and you greet them and you hold their hands during a procedure or
yes,
just a piece of coin or candy to lighten their day up. In the middle of a parade walking down a street, a little lad going, "Arg, matey."
yes,
You think, oh, there's a future pirate there.
that's
Uh,
right.
so I absolutely love the lifestyle and just knowing that we're giving back to the community in general, and just the fun socializing. I mean, there's nothing more fun than 20 pirates at a bar on a Friday night hanging out, throwing a toast to the good life. So
Yes. And we
there's a bit of
support
that as
each
well.
other.
So.
That we support each other. We try to support each other. Of course, pirating is always going to have that rogue one out there, but we all do support each other, and we all try to come back and
Well,
bring things.
unfortunately, yes, you're right. I mean, there's always going to be one that's going to, yeah, throw a bad taste on it. But the bottom line is that there's so many of us that are out there doing good in the community. It really overshadows any of the bad apples out there.
That's right.
Well, I don't think we have to really worry about that too much. You know,
Right.
I think we've done a great job in helping promote and just doing what we do best, and that's giving to the community,
Yeah.
fundraising, helping out. You know, here at the Pirate Store, we do a fundraiser over a couple of years to celebrate our birthdays. I just did one for a good friend of mine, Rick Day. We raised up a lot of money to help him out with some medical bills. And it just feels good because, you know, there's 150 pirates out here during the birthday party, helping and supporting and contributing to the fundraising for one of our own, and to help out a pirate in need, as they say.
Yes.
We've got a lot of great people out there that do the same thing. We also have the Pirate Treasure Museum down on the bayfront with a lot of great people, Laura Hoyt, Captain Mayhem, you know, Cindy Stabley. And
Captain
that's all Pat
Jack.
Croce. That's Pat Croce. We've got some great artifacts promoting pirate history, promoting pirates in general. I mean, it's just, it's fun being here in St. Augustine knowing the Pirate Story.
Well, and you guys, you know, you provide all of the costuming for the people at the museum and at isn't the colony beside there? Do you all provide?
Right. We've got the Black Raven, which is great too. I don't do all of it, but I do a lot of their garb. A lot of people on the Black Raven, and so the people over at the Pirate Treasure Museum, of course, and of course a lot of the crews. We do a lot of everything for garb wise. I mean, you know, when we have like Blackbeard's Ball, I
Yes.
mean, we actually get inundated to where I have to actually stop the orders because we can't make enough ball gowns by the time the ball comes around.
Talk to me a little bit about your ball gowns. I think that from a female perspective, you know, the ball gowns they are the wow factor. And, you know, when you have your ball and you choose the king and queen, of course, the women pirates want to come out and look just absolutely, for me, I want to look elegant and absolutely dashing and very sexy. And, you know, it all has its, you know, I want to be that package, you know, that total package. Talk about that gown and how important it is.
Let me ask you this. I mean, you've been through the process. You understand what we do. I mean, it is really a personal, it is a very personal process because it's your expression of your utmost, most beautiful self. All women, all little girls want to be the princess of the ball. And here you actually get to take that dream when you were 10, 12, or 7 or 8, and make it into actually reality. I mean, the amazing designs and concepts that we do, that we go over, developing it. Each ball gown is individual. No two are alike. Each one has elegant or extreme designs that portions of the designs, whether it's 3/4 sleeve, or whether it's a swoop neck, or whether it's a drop neck, whether it's a corseted back, you know, whether, like I said, you know, it's a front panel, and then there's all the filigree that goes into it, which can be just extremely beautiful, elegant. I can't even explain it. That Kathy does such amazing work. It's hard to even explain how beautiful her gowns are. I mean, if you want to take a look at them, look at Pirate Nation magazine this month, and I'll tell you what. We just did a big photo shoot, and it was, I mean, we were walking down the street, and women were just going, "Wow, those are amazing."
They are on your page, and I didn't mean to interrupt, but I wanted to jump in there and say, on the Pirate Store page in particular, you've got a picture in there with all the women out there just together in the stunning colors, and it was, I was just like, I wanted to cry. It was so pretty. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous. It would fulfill, it's a memory that gets put in your mind. It's artistic.
Absolutely. And I tell you what, I couldn't be more fortunate not only to have such great craftsmen, but to have such great friends and crew members that helped us out with that. And also Gary LaVille here, our photographer here in St. Augustine, the premier photographer. and not only just St. Augustine, but all over, who did the photo shoot with us, which was just incredible. His skill at capturing the moment was spot on. He was able to take each and individual dress and just highlight it perfectly. And then the group shots that we did were so much fun. I was just so fortunate that we were able to pull that together. And for Pirate Nation magazine to do the spread and the articles about us. And of course, now we've got the Echo de Mer also doing articles on our custom made, not only ball gowns, but frock coats, waistcoats, blouses, skirts. These are all done by the craftsmen here at the Pirate Store, which is what makes the Pirate Store who it is these great people that I am blessed to have aboard and blessed to work with every day. Absolutely.
Well, the website there, you can go to the Pirate Store on Facebook, which is where I'll be posting our interview here, and they can go online to, is it thepiratestore.com?
Actually, you know what, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I had a very old website, and we've been spending the past 2 months redoing an entirely brand new website, which we are about to launch in about 2 weeks. But it's still the same thing. It's either thepiratestore.online.com, thepiratestore.online.com, all one word, or pirate with the number 4.life, Pirate for Life. Now, both of those go to the same website, but in 2 weeks' time, I will do a lot of posts on the Pirate Store Facebook page that will be launching the brand new site. Of course, it'll be the same name and everything, just it's a brand new site that really shows off the incredible talent that we have here.
That's wonderful.
It really is, it's just night and day. So I'm very, very excited about that. We've been working very, very hard on it. A good friend of mine, Jeff, is helping me out with that. And again, like I just said, we're very excited to launch that, because it will really help to showcase everything we've got here for pirates at the Pirate Store.
Well, I'm so excited. I know I was trying to make it down a couple weeks ago, but I just wasn't real comfortable right yet with COVID. I felt like I needed to kind of wait, but I'll be down there in the next few. Actually, I'm coming down because I have promised Jim Wilson that I would walk the shoreline of the 1715 fleet with him in July on its anniversary. I've wanted to do that for several years, and maybe you might be able to assist me in the perfect outfit to be able to get up at the crack of dawn and put the roses on the beach, and because he will be doing photography of me doing this, and I want the period, I want it to look perfect.
And we are always here to help. And absolutely, I would love to deck you out. We always have so much fun when we do it. It's always such a grand time. And, when you're here the next time, I want to welcome aboard the Schooner Revenge. We'll have to go over to the old schooner and take a look at her.
Yes. Talk about the schooner.
What's that?
Talk about the schooner now, because I've been down a couple times and been on board the schooner. We'll switch topics now. Talk about the schooner. It is the most awesome project. And the last time I was there, every time I've been there, you've been on your hands and knees. And you are just working your ever-living ass off. And I'm just like, you've done all this yourself. I mean, it's incredible. Talk about the schooner.
The schooner being on hands and knees, she is my mistress. She's my maiden. She's my, when you own a 62-foot wooden schooner, trust me, you're at her behest. And it is a work of love for certain, because it's just a whole lot of hard work, a whole lot of sanding, a whole lot of varnishing, a whole lot of fixing, a lot of everything. She was one of the last built schooners, wooden schooners built in the United States. It's a 62-foot Concordia, all wood. She's got 13 different woods to make her up. Originally she was the Welcome, and we've renamed her the Revenge. Of course, you have to have a good pirate name for that. And there's a whole story behind the Revenge. But that'll be for another day. And actually, I'll be doing an article on that in Pirate Nation magazine. But she is the true wooden schooner. And there's lots of great pictures on Facebook. And there'll be pictures on the website as well. So if anybody watches this, if you ever want to come up and spend a day of really, really hard work, I'd be more than welcome to bring you aboard There'll be rum at the end, but I guarantee you might not be able to lift your hand up to take a sip. You're going to be so tired.
You're tired.
It's a beautiful ship. It really
It
is.
is.
I mean,
It is so beautiful. When you first see it, it's like, oh my God, it's just stunning. The wood. And have you worked on the inside of it?
you know, the inside was fairly, we're doing new seat cushions. I had a little bit of cabinetry work to do. And of course, updating the machinery, updating your chargers, your water tanks, your fuel tanks, redid the plumbing, new sink, well, I guess when I say I didn't do that much, when I think
Everything.
about it, you know, but you're always working on it. It is a labor of love. But I'll tell you what, I am so glad I was able to get her because it really is one of the last schooners, and I didn't want to see her just go bye-bye. You know, I mean, there's so many out there that are just rotting away, and this is a piece of our history, and I wanted to make sure that she's restored to just a beautiful to her original self. And it might take many, many years to do that, but you know what? What's a pirate without a pirate ship?
Pirate ship. That's right.
So
You know, that ship is really a piece of art itself. And you know, another thing that I have learned about you throughout the course of our friendship is that you are quite the artist. And, you know, I have to tell you something. You know, when you talk to people and they start revealing themselves, you find out some of the most interesting things. But I tell you what, when I saw your artwork and you showed me your website, I was floored. You know, you just don't look like you would paint that way. And then I was like, oh my God, this man is incredible. So you can you share it with us? I know you kind of hold that kind of to your heart, and I know it's very special.
well,
Talk a little bit about
I don't. I used to do a lot of art, and I was the featured artist at a couple of galleries years back. But I'm so busy with the schooner and so forth. It's hard to do a lot of artwork, and I don't really share that with a lot of people because, you know, they think pirate. The first thing I get when people come to my house and they see my artwork on the walls, they're like, "Who painted that?"
Yeah.
And I say, "I did." And they go, "You paint?" And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Well,
exactly.
yeah, I kind of do." But it's a passion I've had for years and years. My father was a painter. It just came by naturally. Luckily, I was gifted with it, and it is one of my great releases that I'm able to, you know, when things are down or things are up. I mean, you know, I go on a walk on the beach and I see this beautiful sunset, and I think, God, I need to paint that. I can come home and release that onto canvas and just express the moment, I guess.
Well,
Um,
where can
but
people
thank you. I
see?
appreciate you loving my art. That's all we need to talk about that because
Okay, well, I
uh,
still want you to paint me a ghost ship, as we've talked about.
I will.
When I
I
get
will
when I get
definitely,
when I get moved into my new place here on Pawleys Island, I want you to paint
absolutely,
me a beautiful
absolutely.
that black and white like we've talked about.
I
Um,
would be more than honored.
um,
Absolutely.
you know, one of the things that I always like to talk to people about when interviewing them. What's your legacy, Scott, that you'd like to leave with people?
What, you know, I would hope to God that, well, my children will, of course, be my legacy. I mean, my sons, Christian and Nicholas, are the prides of my life. They're wonderful children, young men, I should say, doing a great job in life. And they've made me so proud of them themselves. But, you know, as far as the pirate store legacy, I just hope to, you know, that first of all, you know, I gave back to the community. I helped in some small way to promote piracy, to promote the lifestyle, promote the cruise, promote the good that we do, all the contributions, and all the great deeds that a lot of the pirates do around the country, not just, you know, here but everywhere. I mean, it really is a great movement. It's very much the kind of the new Ren thing, and that I hope that all the people I've helped out really enjoy what they're doing, and that they really enjoy the personas that we've created together,
Yeah.
and just made something that is life lasting, and a life impression to them.
Well,
Because whether they love,
Fulfilling a lot of dreams, making dreams come true.
I hope so. And just being able to do a lot of fundraising and really the hospital visits, the kids, being able to help kids out. A good friend of mine, Eddie Bones, was one of my, uh, Andy Zuber and his wife Candace are great friends. We did several fundraisers. Just so many people out there. I'm so privileged and just honored to be able to be part of the help that is out there doing these great things.
Well, for a guy who has as much as you do, it's hard to slow you down. And I know that you've had a little incident last year that kind of knocked you out a little bit. And slowed you down a little bit. It seems like as we're getting older and we're maneuvering on our ships around, things kind of slow us down at times. But I want you to know I'm very pleased to hear that you're feeling much better and that you're doing better. And
yeah.
I do wish that
I'll be back in the islands sailing that schooner next year, raising her back up from Nassau to Charleston.
Well, I tell you what, I think that we've covered a lot of ground today, and I hope that for those that are out there that did not know anything about the pirate store and Captain Skar and his crew, that this will have given them a lot of information. And when they're wanting to go out there and start something or just get online and look and dream, give him a call. It's easy to get in touch with Skar, and he'll give you all that personal attention. And I look forward, Scott, to seeing you very soon and getting in the store and get me helped out with my new, my new ideas and dreams that I've got floating around in my head. So
well, I always know that there's something creative going on there. So we'll definitely have some fun, and we'll just we'll spend an afternoon just playing around, having a great time. And I'm sure that whatever we come up collaboration-wise is just going to be amazing and fantastic.
Speaking of creating, I wanted to show you my new wine.
Ooh, you know what? I know
I've got
a place that could use a case.
I've got this is a Pirate Mermaid blend of Fusion Red. See, I've got my little Cutlass Candi on it, and then I have my Fusion White, a Pirate Mermaid blend.
Well, I know a pirate that might be wooed a little bit by that. Bring down a few bottles with you the next time you come down, and
I even sip on that.
Bring some down. Absolutely, bring some down. We'll do that white sangria.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Well, from Candy's Treasure Chest and my front porch here at the Pirate Pad and Captain Skar's Pirate Store, we bid our fans and friends a good day, right?
Huzzah.
Huzzah. I'll see you soon. Okay.
Cheers,
take care.